nice sunlight here. Rust Never Sleeps part 21. Last time we did the cow, and I want to sit on that for a bit and see if any ideas bubble to the surface. So I thought what I'd do is the front end, trying to figure out mounting the speaker in the speaker shroud. So I've got this tin here. It used to have a, I don't know, fancy soap in it or something. It's a bit beaten up, but I think if I take the lid off and kind of panel beat this back into shape, that might be about the right size for a radiator shroud. Cut a hole out the centre, put a grill in it. So I'm going to give that a go today, bit of an experiment. If it doesn't work, I guess I'll fabricate a shroud, but I'm going to try using this first. So yeah, that's what we're up to. Let's get on.
Sunday rain on my parade, washed me away, 'cause we've been running out of time. We're like a satellite, lost in outer space.
So it's a few days, 4 days maybe a bit more longer since I last did anything on this. What I've done is I've marked up the lines where I've got to cut the front out, which I'll do next. This mounts into the chassis at the front okay. What I had done though is I drilled 2 holes in my enthusiasm, drilled 2 holes up here, which I later decided was a bad idea. Which was quite annoying, so I put it aside for a while until it frustrated me enough a few days later that it just went out into the garage and just plug welded the holes on this tin with the MIG welder, which surprisingly actually worked. I thought I was just going to blow this thing out, but because it's very thin, but I managed to save it. There's a few little holes on this side, but once this patina's up and goes rusty, they'll look like rust holes, so I'm not going to do any more because the chances of me just blowing it out and destroying it is too high. So I'm going to cut this out next with the little tiny cutting disc things that you get, and this is the grill that I'll put in it. There's a speaker. This grill is it's got a wee bit of damage. This is off of a coffee machine from a cafe. It'll be for the drip tray I expect, but because it's got a bit of damage, they were going to throw it out, and my partner brought it home. So I think this will be quite a nice grill for the front. So stainless. So what I'll do now, cut that out, and I'll get back to you when I'm cutting this out and setting that up in there, and I think that'll make it look the part. At the moment I'm just not feeling it, but I think once I get this hole cut out and this grill in there, it might start to pop, and we'll put it back onto the car and see how it looks, and whether it's going to be used or whether I throw it in the bin and start again. Right, we'll get on to that.
Sunday rain on my parade, washed me away, 'cause we've been running out of time. We're
Okay, so there you go. It looks pretty good actually. I don't mind it. That's what it looks like on the inside there a bit. So, so we've got our little grate here. It's bolted in with 2 screws down the bottom there. Not sure if you can see them. And that holds this on pretty good. It's not too bad. Yeah, I think that will do just fine actually. So let's see what's next. This will probably be all I'll do today. Well, for this video it's getting on a bit. The next part with this is mounting the speaker on the inside of this grill. So it'll be all black back there, so that this this grill will stick out, show up a bit more, because it won't have all this colour and stuff behind it. And that's the speaker going in it. It's actually these 2 holes I put up there without thinking about it were for mounting that inside it, and then I realised I can't have screw heads sticking out the front of this radiator shell. I've been calling it a shroud all through this video, and I've only just realised I've been calling it the wrong thing. It's a radiator shell, not a shroud. But got there in the end, didn't I? So yeah, next we'll be mounting the speaker or adding the headlights, because when you look at it from the front you might be thinking, it's a bit on the narrow side there, son, but it's actually not too bad, because once you put something like that on there, that's going to visually widen this thing, so it should be okay. I don't have an idea of where these are going yet, but I'll just attach them to the side of this. That'll probably be the next video. I'm pretty keen to get the headlamps on here, because I think it will make quite a difference. And I'm also thinking that it will kind of modulise the electronics a wee bit on the front here, so I can run the speaker wire and the LED wires all to this, and this is removable. I've got to make this easily removable. That's why there's only 2 screws in the front. I got to make it, this can come off so the motor can be removed and the transmission can come out the front. That's the theory anyway. So work in progress, and it's a wee bit ugly. I'm going to leave it green. I'm just going to distress the metal a little bit more, and then I'm going to let it patina and rust up a bit, and so it'll look like it came from a different vehicle. But I'll leave it with this kind of weird peppermint green or whatever this is, and not paint it. It should rust up okay and cover up these areas where I've welded it. Alright guys, I reckon that turned out okay. Good enough for now anyway. And yeah, cheers for watching and keeping up for the charity build. And also I'd like to say thanks to the regular viewers who are always checking out what's going on with this build, and the words of encouragement I get, because sometimes I do get a bit down and my enthusiasm definitely wanes, and it's always good once we put a video up. A lot of people are encouraging me, and it kind of gives me the enthusiasm to pull my head out of my ass and get back onto it. So yeah, it's appreciated. Alright chaps, see you on the next one.